Yo, what's up? I hope you guys are doing well. So Black Friday is coming up, Cyber Monday is coming up, Thanksgiving is coming up. We're going to eat the biggest meals of our lives and then take the biggest dumps of our lives. Oh my god. So I've been a music producer ever since I was give or take 14 years old, and only until recently I discovered that I have a problem. I bought way too many plugins. I bought a lot of unnecessary stuff. My plugin folder is a mess, so all I do is I search the plugin I want to use now, instead of going through my huge list of audio plugins that I hardly even use. So what I want to show you today is not just every plugin that's on sale and things that look cool. I'm going to show you the essential plugins that I use every day and that I know a lot of my other homies that are producers and full-time use every single day. And before we get in the list, I'm going to show you a little tune I made with only these plugins. Also, this video isn't sponsored by any of these companies. This is purely made out of the kindness, out of my broken heart of not being sponsored. So the first plugin on this list is Decapitator. It's usually $200 apparently, and now it's on sale for $50. This is a plugin that I use on every single mix. It's great for distorting out vocals or great for distorting out shakers, making anything in your mix a little bit more distorted, giving it its own place in the mix. Personally, I really love Channel E. It adds a lot of air and crispness to any sort of thing that you want to be distorted and fizzed out on the top end. So deal number 2 is Autotune. This is a must-have for every producer, whether you use Melodyne or Waves Tune or Autotune or a combination of all of them. Personally, I like Autotune better than Waves Tune, and I like Autotune better than Melodyne, but I do use Melodyne to bring me closer to the note if there is something a little bit off. And then I'll just chuck on Autotune on every vocal and adjust the retune speed and the flex tune speed so that it really makes sense to what type of production it is. It gives the vocalist you're recording a little bit more confidence as he's recording, and it locks in the notes, and you can keep every single take and be like, yeah, every take is great. I'm going to comp it up later. And they're like, yeah, I do sound great. I'm always in tune. You can be super aggressive with this and sound like T-Pain, or you can be super light-handed with it just to bring out a modern production element to your mix. It's usually $350, but right now it's 50% off for $175 on Sweetwater. So the third deal I found is this Brainworks BX Console SSL 4000E channel strip. So this is going to have EQ, it's going to have compression, it has gating, it has expansion, it has a V gain, which is going to increase your threshold, which would mean that you're hitting the piece of equipment a little bit harder, giving some natural harmonics to your sound. This is a great all-around plugin where you can do a lot of creative mixing, and the SSL channel strip is a producer essential that I use on every single mix that I work on. It's usually $350 if you get the standalone plugin, but right now it's on sale for $50 on Plugin Alliance. Or another option is this Waves channel strip. I used this one for a long time until I got Plugin Alliance. It's usually $250, and right now it's only $20. So 92% if you want a cheaper option, but I suggest the Brainworks one. I like that one a little bit better. And then plugin number 4, or I should say bundle number 4, is the entire Get Good Drums website. So everything on this website is close to 50% off. I'm going to pick up the Get Good Invasion kit today so that I have a little bit higher pitched drums, but I use the Modern Massive kit, which is usually $100. It's $70 right now on every single mix that I do, whether it's live drums and I'm triggering these samples because they just sound like well-recorded, pretty unmixed samples, or I'm programming drums from scratch like that little tune that I showed you earlier. I love this pack. I use it on almost every single session that I have. So I really think you should check out Get Good Drums and see if there's anything that's calling your name. Another great company that I really like is Room Sound Drums. I'm not sure if they're doing any deals, but keep an eye out for that as we get closer to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And the last final plugin deal that I found is Amplitude 5. This is my go-to amp simulator and tone finding plugin. I use this when I'm recording with bands. It's quick and easy. It has a ton of pedal selections. It has a ton of amp selections. It has cab selection, speaker selection, mic selection on the cab. It has room sound selection. It even has some 500 series mixing selections at the end of the plugin. So even if you wanted to use this as a standalone mixing plugin and not an amp, you can run vocals through it on the DI setting because that's going straight into these 500 series. If you don't have compressors, you don't have EQs, you don't have reverbs, you can use everything in Amplitude and really make it work. I think that Amplitude 5 is the greatest bang for your buck out of any guitar plugin that you can find on the internet. And right now it was $1,700. I don't think I bought mine for that much, but right now it's on sale for $80. So you save $1,620. I don't really know a lot of other producers that use Amplitude. I know that a lot of guys use Neural, which is also 50% off right now, or they'll use the STL stuff, or they'll use a quad Cortex or real amps or whatever. But I really like Amplitude, but I shout them out in every video because I've really dialed in my tones, and this is the plugin I like to use. All right, that's going to be it for this video. I hope this video helped you save a little bit of money, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good Thanksgiving.